Hey guys, it's Lisa, and I'd like to have a little chat. Again, let me thank you all for the comments that you left on my video where I was a crying mess. A crying mess, no joke. It was a hard day yesterday, it really was. Yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? It was the day before yesterday. Wednesday. It was a very hard day for me. Hold on, please. Okay, so, sorry, my mom called. So it was a bad day, Wednesday. I would probably say that Wednesday was one of the hardest days, but it wasn't the hardest day. The hardest day was today. And here's why. I don't think I'll cry too much during this video. The lighting is terrible here, I'm sorry. I'm in my salon, and I'm in the Things This Week chair. Because my husband has friends, they're playing some card game at the poker table upstairs, so I want to be by myself. Today was the hardest day, and so far, I'll say so far. Every time you get through a struggle, you feel like it's the hardest time, and something always seems to surpass that and make me wrong. This morning I went in for blood work and ultrasound, and right away I knew I was going to find out what happened with the ultrasound as soon as she puts the wand up there, because you know that they're going to tell you, okay, here's what you have. So I had 7 follicles. The biggest one was, what size? 17. And all the other follicles were still 5, 6, and 7s. They didn't even move. Didn't grow at all. So I walked out of there feeling like less of a Lisa. There's no other way to say it. Like I felt like part of me was left in that room. Weird. No other way to describe it. When she did the test, I said to her, I said, I know. I said, I don't feel anything still. I'm not, I'm not expecting these to be bigger. So then when she put the wand up, she says, oh, you were right. And then she goes, here's what you have. Da 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 da. So I didn't cry until I was checked out, because when I went to leave and usually go make my appointment for the next time, they didn't ask me to make another appointment. So so I started crying on the way out. And I called Bill and Kelly and Beth and my soul support team. And I don't know, I can't explain it. I just feel like, I felt like this was pretty much it for this cycle. And being on the highest dose that I'm on. And here, let me just go back real quick, because I know a lot of the people that are watching are new, so you don't really know too much about my situation, but my egg quality is very, very poor. My ovarian reserve is practically diminished, and I've been doing acupuncture and taking 23 supplements a day for 9 months to improve my egg quality, and it was the reason we did the IVF so quickly. When we went to see our RE back in April, she said, I want to do an IVF as soon as possible because we need to see what we're dealing with here, because based on all the numbers from my blood work, she wanted to get as many eggs as she could and freeze them as soon as possible. That's how urgent it was for her. So after that IVF failed, she said we were going to do a different protocol this time. Well, this time we started out no birth control, no Lupron, 450 IUs of Gonal-F, and 150 of Menopur. So high doses here. And my follicles are not moving. They're not responding, they're not growing. So I'm waiting for the frickin' phone call all day long again, because you get your blood taken at 7:30 in the morning and they don't call you until you're almost off of work at 4 o'clock. So, so my doctor actually called at 2:50. And I was expecting it to be the nurse, and it was my doctor. And I don't speak to my doctor on the phone hardly ever unless I see her in person. And she said, Lisa, this is Dr. Feinberg, and I wanted to call you myself. And right there I knew that it was not a good phone call. And she said, I'm really sorry that you're just not responding to these meds. She said, you know, we like to see these follicles grow 2 millimeters a day. And she said, and yours haven't, you know, that one grew, but the rest just haven't grown. And I'm not going to do an egg retrieval with that one. And she said, so here's what we're going to do. She said, you're going to take your injections tonight, just like normal. She said, you're going to trigger shot tomorrow night. You know, baby dance after the trigger shot. Sunday, take off, just relax. And Monday, we're going to do a IUI, insemination. Just so that this cycle's not a complete bust. Because I do have the one good follicle. Okay, whatever she wants to do is fine. And she basically said, if you are not pregnant in 2 weeks, call me and we will talk about other options. And here's where I kind of had some questions. And I said, okay, I really appreciate you calling me because I really have some questions for you. And she said, okay, what? And I said, what options? What are we doing here? Do you think that I'm going to respond to anything? Or do you think that we should just move on to the next step? And she said to me, you know, I feel like if you and Bill are ready for it, that using a donor would be your next step and your best chance of conceiving. She said, I would hate to put you through this so many more times and have the same outcome. So, that being said, Bill and I have discussed using a donor, and we actually have a donor waiting for that time that we needed her. And it's somebody who offered their eggs to us, and we accepted. And I have to just put out there that a lot of people offered their eggs to us. Family members, friends, you know, lots and lots of people offered their eggs to us, but and we appreciate it so much, so much, because it's such a big thing for somebody to do. That being said, that's a whole nother video. It's a whole nother series if and when we get to that point. But Bill and I discussed it with our parents, with our doctors, with the family of the person that's donating. And when we're ready, we'll definitely be making a video about that and talking about it and taking questions and whatever, you know, documenting the whole experience. But right now we're just trying to concentrate on this weekend and this insemination and what's going to come of this. I have to say I'm not trying to be negative, but I just am not very hopeful about this. She was pretty flat out with me. She said, you know, you're on the highest dose of meds. I can't give you any more meds. She's like, you're just nothing's growing, nothing's responding. She said, and I just feel terrible. And I was really happy that she called. You know, I had questions for her, but I don't want to say it was closure, but for me, I feel better that I asked her some of the questions that I asked her, and she gave me some answers. And right now, Bill and I are just focused on this weekend and what's going to happen here. And if all goes right, then 2 weeks down the road would be what, Valentine's Day, and we'll find out if this is positive or negative. And if it's a negative, we meet with the doctor on February. I made an appointment because getting in with this doctor is like getting a freaking dentist appointment. So we have an appointment for February 27th to discuss moving forward. Bill and I have a plan, and it's just something that we were keeping on the back burner just in case. And we're probably going to be moving forward with that plan if this insemination fails. So I'm really hoping that you guys will support me and continue to follow my journey and be here for my venting sessions. It's a really big decision, and it's not something that we just decided overnight. It's something that we put a lot of thought into. It's something we put a lot of research into. It's something we talked about with our families. Well, my family. And it's something that's pretty much not up for discussion and not up for any negative feedback, because we've made our decision and all we can hope for is people to love and support us. The one part of me that I felt like I left in that room today was growing up. You always think about when you're going to get married and have kids when you're little, and you know, you're going to marry Prince Charming and you're going to have kids, and what are they going to look like? And you know, Bill and I have said from the beginning that we just want to be parents. You know, it would have been great if we could have our own kids, and who doesn't want that? But doesn't look like that's in the cards for us. So I feel like God's got a different plan for us, and there's a reason for it. So when you're young, you think about getting married and having a family. And my whole life, I've always wanted to have a baby. And always wondered what that baby would look like. If it would have my hair, if it would have my eyes, if it would have my mouth, if it would be tall like me, or my oily Italian skin. And I think that's the part that I left in that room this morning, because I just feel like I'll never get to see what my baby would look like. I'll never get to see my features or my genetics in our child. And it just makes me sad, you know? But our child will, you know, genetically look like Bill. And you know, we want to be parents. This is the overall purpose of this. We want to be parents. I want to be a mother. You know, I want to carry a child, and I want to raise that child. And you know, the genetic part, as you go through this journey, it becomes less and less important, you know. You just want to have a baby. You just want to raise a baby. You don't care if you adopt, or you use a donor, or you use a surrogate. You don't care what you're, you know, when you get to this point in the journey, you know, unless you're at this point where I am, I'm not sure if you guys could relate to me. Unless you're in my shoes, or you've been in these shoes. Valerie, I know Valerie could relate to me. You don't really truly grasp it, you know? So I just it's part of me that will be sad, but there's nothing I want more than to have a baby and to raise that baby and make it our own. So no, our baby won't look like me, and yeah, that makes me sad. But when you get to this point, there comes a time where you're just like, you know, you have to let some things go. It's kind of like mourning. You're kind of mourning it a little bit, you know? I don't know how to explain it, but I'm kind of mourning this, because I need to let it go and move on. So I hope that you guys will, I just wanted to share how I'm feeling with you, the raw, real feelings of how I'm feeling, because that's what this is all about. And if this could help somebody else, that's all I care about. And it's hard. It's like everything you've dreamed of your whole life. It's not going to happen. But then there's hope, because then somebody comes into your life and offers you a chance. And they're like an angel. There is still hope, and I know that. So, I'm sorry this is like a ranty, chatty vlog, but I wanted to get these feelings out of me. I wanted to get them on to here for you guys. I wanted you guys to hear how I'm feeling as this happens, as it unfolds, because honestly, I don't hear a lot of people on YouTube talking about this. I don't hear people talking about, you know, egg quality or possibility of using a donor, or I just want to get it out there. We just want to be parents. And I'm so lucky to have the husband I have, because he supports anything I want. I just want to thank you guys for supporting me and for sticking with me through this long ass journey I'm on, and for being my cheerleaders and leaving me all the nice comments on Facebook before my appointment and after my appointment and after every time I post. I just can't even thank you guys. I cannot believe so many people are I wrote notes and I didn't even look at them. Look at this. So, I know that a lot of you guys are going to have questions about the whole donor thing, and I would love to answer them, but I'm not going to be answering them until we get past this. It's a whole new ball of wax, and I'm ready for it. I've been ready for it for a while. Bill and I really didn't want to bring it up until we were ready, and after we talked today, I think we're ready. We'll find out, I guess, in 2 weeks. And my family knows about it, and some of Bill's family knows. It's a hard journey, and it makes me sad that I got cheated a little bit, you know? Like, my body's not cooperating and I'm not going to be able to... It just makes me sad. This whole... It's just not fair sometimes. All I could ask from you guys is that you know, if where I'm going with this journey is something you want to follow, then please follow me, but please only follow me if you're going to have positive things to say or support me. It's something that, like I said, even though I'm just bringing it up now in this video, it's something that we've talked about for the past year. Almost every family party and friend gathering, and you know, it's talked about openly, and we're pretty solid on it. So it's not something that's up for discussion, and I really don't want to hear anybody's skepticism or, you know, criticisms or, you know, anything negative that would have to be said about it. It's not a negative thing for us. It's a happy thing for us. Sorry this is so rambly. I just had a lot I want to get out there. I will update you guys Monday after my IUI maybe. I'm off of work Monday and Tuesday just to kind of lay low and get a break. So that's it. I just wanted to update you guys, and my heart hurts. I'm not crying right now because I'm pretty much dried. I look like a hot mess. Cried all day yesterday, all this morning. I'm sad. My heart hurts. You know, it's a hard pill to swallow. You know, when someone tells you that you're not, it kind of takes away some of your womanhood in a way, you know? Like something you're supposed to be able to do and you can't do it. I was talking to my cousin today on the way home because she adopted my cousin. She adopted her son Tony, and she could relate to me because she was not able to conceive either. And it's hard because you want to find something that makes you feel better, but it's going to take a while, I think. I really think it's going to take a while. Thank you guys so much for all of your comments and support. I can't say enough about it. I mean, I send you guys so much love and so much, you know, gratitude. I'm just so fortunate to have you all, because honestly, without this community, I would be, I'd be a hotter mess than I already am. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say. This is a long video, I'm sorry. It's scattered. This is a scattered video. I'm sorry. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say or what I was saying, and I have to go do my injections. And pray for me, please, that this IUI goes well. I'm trying really hard to be positive about it. I really am. And had a long talk with the Lord today in the car. So keep us in your prayers. And I will talk to you guys all soon. I'll update you as soon as I have something to update about. Or if I'm bored, maybe I'll update and put a video up on Monday or Tuesday. So thank you so much. I love you guys, and I will talk to you all soon. Thanks.